No will? Looking to have to go through probate in Texas? You've come to the right place. Come on in. Texas probate law with no will, so intestate. So I'll let you go into intestate, even though, anyway, you go ahead.
Yeah, so the term intestate means that somebody died without any sort of a plan. So without a testamentary document, whether that's a will or a trust or any other beneficiary designation on titled assets. And so it's called the intestate process. And so Texas has some specific laws that dictate what's called descent and distribution of where these assets go and who receives them, who has the right to them whenever somebody passes away. And so it's significantly more burdensome, and there's more hoops to jump through when somebody dies intestate and there's assets to distribute or retitle than there would be if you had a will or some other sort of trust or testamentary document. And so Texas law lays out who gets what, and oftentimes it doesn't represent what somebody would ultimately want in terms of where their assets would go upon their passing. And it's especially brutal for particular groups of folks. One, blended families. Right? If you have a blended family where a husband and wife have children from previous relationships or previous marriages, oftentimes the intestate laws can be absolutely devastating to a family in terms of planning for retirement and gathering assets and basically just living life. We've had clients who maybe in their late teens, early 20s had a child with somebody and then met their soulmate and were married to them for 30, 40 years, and then ultimately somebody passed away and didn't have an estate plan. And for that husband and wife, and one in particular I'm thinking of, the client was wife, husband died and had a child in his early 20s and was estranged, they had, as a husband and wife, spent 30 plus years together accumulating assets, contributing to retirements, and then he died without a will, and then the daughter came out of the woodwork, and essentially they had to split the estate in half, and the daughter got essentially half of it, and it was absolutely devastating to our client. And so there's always a default, okay, and Texas provides that in our intestacy laws, but it's not always good, and it's not always going to represent what your wishes might be. So and it's significantly more expensive and time consuming, and from beginning to end, getting those assets retitled and going through what's called an heirship determination most of the time. And so the take-home message here is that there are very simple, cheap, and easy ways to formulate or create an estate plan. And so at a bare minimum, find out what those options are. Because as estate planning attorneys, we see our job as providing good material, good options, good information to the clients and letting them make an informed decision about what's going to be a good fit for their family and for their ultimate planning goal.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll jump in here real quick. I think the biggest thing, because I'm just going to use me as an example. People think that it's creating a will is daunting. It's going to cost an arm and a leg, and the lawyers are out to try to get you, and that can't even be any further from the truth with y'all. It was cost effective because you had gone through this so many times with different people. Yeah, I don't know if you had. I think it was pretty much a template. If you're in this bracket, oops, I don't know if they can see my hands or not. I can't talk without my hands. I'll just tell you that. But you made it so easy, Matt, because you asked real hard questions up front. And this is how I do my business as well. I think people are afraid to ask hard questions, but if you get with a lawyer that you trust and that talks to you, not at you, they're going to uncover what your goals are, what your reasons for building that wealth are, and what do you want to try to achieve once you're gone. That is so important. And you don't really even think about what your legacy is. I love that word, legacy. And I know words mean a lot to y'all. It means a lot to me. There's a reason that's there, because what do you want to try to accomplish once you're gone? And it's really not that hard to go through that. It's definitely not as cost prohibitive as you might think it is to go through it. But I think the key is with anything in business and relationships, you have to have somebody that's there to help you. Matt, you made this so easy for us. And the book that you gave me, that 3-ring binder, was huge. And for the cost, I was just amazed. And it really, guys, it's not just the letter of the law. Just like we as Christians aren't called to just obey to the letter of the law. It's the theme of the law, or the intent. There it is. The intent of the law. Not only did you have the letter of the law of what I wanted done, it was more important to you for you to understand what we were trying to accomplish on the intent. And we went back 3 or 4 different times, remember that? To make sure that our children, or the people that were going to be responsible for our children, understood our intent. I can't tell you how much what kind of peace of mind we walked out with, knowing that when something happens to us, or if something happens to me first or her first, you know what I'm saying, that we don't have to worry about what's going to happen. And for as the guy, I don't have to worry about burdening my family with, oh, but I didn't get that done because I didn't want to talk about death.
Right.
Guys,
Yeah.
let me talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah.
None of us want to talk about death. None of us think we're gonna die because it's like going to the doctor. We don't want to go to the doctor because then they might find something wrong. We're gonna die. Be responsible. Do what you need to do to make sure that your loved ones are taken care of. However that looks like to you. That's none of my business. But it is my business because most people here are my friends that they're watching. If not, you will be hopefully soon, because I do love y'all. Take care of that. It's not that expensive. Hey guys, I can't, and hold on because I want to talk with y'all after this is over. But once again, people, I sure hope you got something out of this. For YouTube, hold on, I'm going to switch to me. Y'all bear with me. See, I told you I didn't know what I was doing.
No, this is cool though.
All right, hey, it's me. So let's go this way. Right down here, you're going to hit the subscribe button. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button so you can get these videos. Hit the bell so you know whenever new stuff comes out. People, we love you. And before I end, you've got to understand 2 things. You know it's true. Number 1, God loves you. Number 2, you know I do it as well. The first one will carry you through everything. I sure hope y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for spending time with me. If you like this, right, give it a thumbs up. Send me a comment. Write me a comment. Give me a question. I can reach out to these guys for you. I do hope that you reach out to them and visit with them. Just at least have a conversation, because everybody's got some type of question. All right. Till next time, people, y'all have a good day. All right. Bye-bye.